Come on in, Laker fans. We did it. The Lakers beat the Nuggets 123-100. They are officially, I love it. They are officially the Nuggets daddy. Now, I use that term because I remember when the Nuggets beat the Lakers, or when they eliminated the Lakers. I may have been in the finals, but it was the year the Nuggets won the championship. And their coach, Mike Malone, said in their parade, drunken Mike Malone said that the Nuggets are the Lakers' daddy. So this had been the out of 13 or 14 games, the Lakers were 1-13 against the Nuggets. So they finally got over the hump, and it was a big victory. The Lakers didn't trail throughout the game. From the beginning, from the start of the game to the end of the game, the Lakers led the entire time. So phenomenal game. Hats off to the Lakers. I slept like a baby last night. In blissful dreams. It was just that team. That's that one team that the Lakers seem like they couldn't get a grip on, that they just couldn't beat. So it shows in this game, the Lakers win. So how did they get this win? It was on two fronts. Number one, it was the defense. The defense was phenomenal. Let's see. They ended up holding the Joker to 12 points. And how they did that was, it was the way they attacked him, the way they approached. As soon as they got the ball, they were fronting him. As soon as he got the ball, or before he had the ball, they were fronting him. And then once he received the ball, there were always two players on him. So the thought was, he's not going to beat us. If they're going to beat us, it's going to be his teammates that beat us. And one thing, it hats off to J.J. Redick and the defense, they also covered the passing lane. So when they were doubling the Joker, they knew his passing game is elite. So they would cover the passing lane. So it was, ended up being something like 15 steals to 6 steals in the Lakers' favor, something like that. And it was them covering those passing lanes. They were waiting for those big passes out after he was doubled and tripled, and they would just grab him, then run, and then fast break. Phenomenal game, phenomenal defense, and phenomenal mindset. So this snaps a 9-game winning streak that the Nuggets had. And the Lakers, not just the defense, it was the offense. We had 4 players who scored 20 points. LeBron with 25, Luka with 23, Reeves with 23, and Rui with 21. And I correct myself, Luka had 32. And let's go to Luka right quick. So this was Luka's official introduction into Lakerland. He was phenomenal. It was the Luka we were expecting to get. It was the MVP Luka. It was the top 3 player in the league Luka. He was hitting the threes, rebounding. You could just see the confidence that he had in his shot. It was just there. It was there. And they would give him the ball and he would just run with it. And one thing I did like, made me a little nervous during the game, but one thing I did like is the way that JJ staggered LeBron, Reeves, and Luka. There were times where it was just LeBron and Reeves. Luka would rest, and he'd run them. And then LeBron would rest, and then Luka would come in, and then Luka would run the offense and run. And one thing that JJ said after the game was, the offense is going to run through Luka Doncic. Period. So when he's in the game, he had the ball. He was running the offense. In essence, it's like handing the torch to, or the baton to Luka, so that he can do his thing. And that he did. And it was phenomenal. You saw LeBron playing off ball. LeBron, after the game, he said something like, Luka's a natural quarterback and he's a natural running back. And Luka's passes were just meeting LeBron, and meeting the other players. But phenomenal game in it. Let's go back. I'm jumping ahead. I'm so excited. So let's just go back to the defense just a tad. And one thing that stood out was Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt. So we give hats off to everyone else, Luka, Reeves, and LeBron. But those two, Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt, their defense and the fact that, yes, we lose AD and we lose a lot of height, but we had a starting five where everyone was super tall. They're all forwards. So it was like vengeance night. It was like these big guys running these big games. And they're, doesn't always necessarily show up on the box score, but them cutting the lane, steals, defense, and then add Rui to the mix. He has 0 rebounds, and you'd think, oh my goodness, no rebounds. Rui, that's what you're here for. But he was guarding the Joker. And that he did good. Like I said, they were fronting him. He was fronting him. And he's very strong, so he was able to body up with the Joker. And he did a really good job on defense as well as offense. And he was able to hold and held. And, his shot was there. 3-point shot was there. It was just a well-balanced attack against. I'd love to see how this would play out in a playoff series. But the Lakers are back. They look phenomenal. No AD. You think the defense would be gone, but the defense is actually phenomenal. So going to AD, it's kind of a funny scenario because you'd think without him being there, the defense would have suffered. But it was the exact opposite. And going back to AD, it almost makes me wonder, had we had a healthy Vanderbilt and a healthy Finney-Smith, along with AD, Luka not on the team at this time, how good could they have been? But we're looking at the big picture and the big, bright future. Luka becomes the man. So the question is, the $1 million question. This season's Lakers, the current roster, are they better with Luka in comparison to AD? My answer is, I don't know. I want to say, yes, they are. But having AD in there and his defense and his blocking is just something that, it's just a beautiful thing, and you hate not seeing it, but at the same time, you see Luka. And one thing I love about Luka, so let's put points. Let's go to his positives. You have 2 to 3. Let's just go with 2. Let's go with LeBron and Luka. You have 2 players that want the ball at the end of the game. Forget the end of the game. Who want the ball throughout the game to score and pass. Love AD, but that wasn't necessarily his forte. There would be times where he'd have a big start, and then by the end of the game, he kind of faded away. Kind of let LeBron take over and other players take over. Not Luka. Luka was ready to attack from the get-go. And then I watched Luka's games from, as him being a Maverick from afar. And with that being said, I didn't necessarily know 100% of his passing game. I knew he had a passing game, but there's some passes that he made through the game where I'm like, oh my God, what is he doing? Like he's going to miss. Like he is not going to hit the mark. And the ball will go all the way across the court to the other end to the 3-point line to the player's hands. And it was like pinpoint precision. And I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be a turnover. And it was the exact opposite. That's the Luka the Lakers were expecting. So Luka, welcome to your Laker outcoming or whatever you call it, your Laker come out game. That's it, your coming out game. So phenomenal game. So this puts the Lakers fourth in the West. The Rockets lost last night to the Jazz, so the Lakers jumped from the fifth to the fourth seed, and they're even closer to the Nuggets. The Lakers are now 34-21. And the Nuggets, I believe, are 37-21 with this loss. So springboards them up. We're getting higher in the standings. Maybe we can even get third place, which would be good for playoff seeding. So next up, we have the Mavs, which is going to be Luka's return. Should be Luka better go off. That better be another big game for him. Then we have the Timberwolves, and then 2 games against the Clippers. All home games. So tough games, but the Lakers should come out 4-0 or at least 3-1 in this series or in this next set of games. So I can't stop smiling enough, everyone. Lakers Talk. Please like and subscribe. We want to build this community. It's growing and growing. And I will definitely catch you all next time. Peace out.